Hello, I'm Dana, and I'm a member of the GivePulse team. GivePulse allows anyone in the community to register for events and allows admin to build and customize their registration process. Today, we are going to look at the basic steps of creating the registration process and what each setting looks like from both the administrator and volunteer perspective. To get started, let's navigate to the event we want to manage and click Edit. The basics of building a registration process takes place under Registration Settings in the Edit Event Workflow. Registration settings will control who can register and also how users can register for your event. Beneath each option is a description of what enabling or disabling each setting does. We recommend reading through each of these to see which setting will work best for you and your organization. Registration Open Date allows the admin to set a specific date for registration to open. If the event is published before the registration open date, registrants will only be able to view the event, not register for it. Registration Close Date allows the admin to close registration at any time before the event begins. When the date has passed, users will see that registration is closed. Neither setting is adjusted. Registration will open when it's published and will close either when the slots fill up or when the event starts. Here, you can set a deadline for cancellation. Once the deadline has passed, registrants will not be able to cancel their registration. If approval is needed, the admin will need to manually approve or deny a user's registration request. If the user has to register to all dates, not just one, you can turn this setting on. You can enable waitlisting for your events so that when the amount of registrants needed has been filled, someone could put themselves on the waitlist. Once enabled, a user would be able to join the waitlist. In the event that someone who has already taken a spot has to cancel, the next person on the waitlist would automatically be registered to that event. When you allow guest registration, anyone in the community can register for your event, even if they don't have a GivePulse account. For someone registering without a GivePulse account, they will be prompted to enter their name and email address upon registering. If you allow minors, it allows someone to add a minor as a registrant to their registration. Upon clicking to register, the user could click to add a minor to their registration. You can also allow users to reserve spots for an entire group. Some subsettings here are whether their email address is required, if you need to request every person's t-shirt size, and if you need to request their gender. If enabled, the reserve button will appear, and the requester will be prompted to put in how many spots they are requesting, information about their group, as well as contact information for the group representative. Entering a lot code means that only users who have a certain code will be able to register for the event. Only registrants with the lot code will be able to move forward with their registration. Using external registration will take someone to a site outside of GivePulse to complete their registration. Every GivePulse event comes with a platform liability release form that every registrant must agree to. You can upload up to 4 additional documents to have volunteers check off on as they are registering. A few additional settings are whether you want to ask for the user's affiliation, and if you want to require custom fields when manually registering users. From here, you will see settings regarding the notifications, any customization that you have access to, and a few settings for utilizing the mobile app. Now on to registration questions, which we will put in our registration form. With this feature, you can request information from each user who is registering for your event. You can build a questionnaire to ask things like, what is your t-shirt size? Or you can ask more open-ended things like, please describe your past experience working with animals. All you need to do is drag and drop the type of question you want, insert the label, any help text, whether it's required or not, and how you want this to save. If you want it to be a single answer where it will update each previous response, or mini answers, so it will save each response if the registrant is going to be answering this question multiple times. Before inputting any questions, ensure that you've checked your existing saved fields to see if there are questions already created by your group or any default questions that GivePulse has that you can utilize. Ensuring you're not asking the same question multiple times, creating a new field each time, will help your data management. Upon clicking to register, users will see any registration questions that you have put in, as well as any additional waivers for them to agree to before being able to continue on with their registration.